All right, good afternoon, everyone. We are here today joined by District Attorney Fran Chardo and the detectives from Harrisburg Police Department to announce the charges being filed in multiple arson fires that we had here on Allison Hill between late May and early June. It should be noted that the charges that we're going to read off that are pending, there could be additional charges filed. We still have multiple other fires that we are investigating further to see if we can make a collaboration with a suspect. Tyler Kapp, a resident of both Marysville and the city of Harrisburg, is being charged with 1 count of aggravated arson of an occupied structure, 2 counts of arson in an unoccupied structure, 4 counts of reckless burning, and 1 count of reckless endangerment for the residents that were living in the occupied building. Between May and June, Mr. Kapp set multiple fires across Allison Hill here, and it was due to the great police work of the Harrisburg Bureau of Police, the police detectives in the city of Harrisburg, as well as a collaboration with the Marysville Police Department that finally brought this arsonist to justice, and we're going to get him to justice and behind bars and off the street. On where we were, this gentleman, we had kind of made him a suspect early on because of the work of the police department. Interviewed him multiple times, and he kept giving different addresses. So we knew that he was in the area, and we believed he was a suspect. Unfortunately, before we could take him into custody and have the charges, the fire stopped and he was nowhere to be found. Come to find out, he had moved back to Marysville, and on Saturday, June the 19th, the suspect allegedly set 2 fires in Marysville where he was caught on video again. And it was through those 2 arsons in Marysville that communications were made between the city of Harrisburg and the Marysville Police Department, and we were able to collaborate and understand that he was again the suspect here in Harrisburg, and now he was arrested for Marysville. We were able to talk to Mr. Kapp. Detective Fustini was able to interview him on several occasions in Perry County Prison, where he's being held. And during 2 different interviews, he did confess to several of the fires that he's being charged with. So this is a great day for the city of Harrisburg, a great day for Marysville, that we're able to bring charges against an arsonist and know that this arsonist is now off the street. Understand that every time a fire is set in the city of Harrisburg, both the citizens of the city and our firefighters are in danger. So anything can happen. Obviously, going to a building fire, we could have had firefighters getting hurt, killed, as well as the residents of that occupied building. As you well know, building fires in Harrisburg tend to spread quickly, and we are fortunate of the quick response of the Bureau of Fire and the firefighters getting these fires under control quickly before spreading to multiple dwellings and thus harming other folks. At this time, I'll let District Attorney Chardo offer a few comments.
Well, thank you very much, Chief. I just want to commend the Harrisburg Bureau of Fire and Harrisburg Bureau of Police for the incredible collaborative efforts in bringing this matter to conclusion with the arrest of Tyler Kapp. It just shows that working together, they can achieve great ends. And it's not as it is on television, where you see this competition where they can't work well together. In Harrisburg, the Bureau of Police and the Bureau of Fire work well tremendously together. One of the charges, the most serious, is aggravated arson. This is a relatively new crime and recognizes that an arson committed in a home where there are people present is more serious and should be treated more seriously than another arson. And so one of the counts is aggravated arson against Kapp. And that is a first-degree felony, and there are no number of other related offenses, including an arson of unoccupied residence and reckless burning counts. As always, we must note that the defendant is presumed innocent and has the right to a trial in this matter. But we have filed a probable cause affidavit that outlines the the circumstances of these fires and notes that he gave these detailed statements to Detective Fustini. And thank you all for coming, for covering this. It's important that we recognize the bravery of our firefighters and the diligence of our police officers in bringing this to a successful conclusion.